welcome to the training. My name is Singh. Today I'll be covering the introduction on the web app here. Okay, so this is a purchasing app. If you are doing catering, if you own a small restaurant or a small business, you don't necessarily have to sell food or drinks. It could be for merchandises. You could customize this. So I'll be going over some of the features here, and this is an introduction video. We have a lot of other training video on how to use the app, the in-depth, how to make setting, change menu items, and etc. So in this introduction, I'll just be touching on the basics of it. So when you land on your landing page here, this is what you will see on your own landing page here. Okay, I'll scroll down a little bit here. Yours will be probably a little different from here, and there's a lot of things that you could customize. You could customize your address here inside the app. You could change these links as well here. Okay, so you could change the Facebook link, YouTube link, and the email here. You could customize that to your business email, or if you have a Facebook, you can also change the title of the app as well here. And you'll see I have these images here. These are pulled from my menu list. So if you have an item list that you have configured inside the app already, they'll show up here. This just displays some of the items that I have in my app right now. And clicking on any of these images will land you into the order section. So you can click on the Order Now button. Okay, and we'll go down here. You won't see these two buttons here. So in this demo site, these are added here so that visitors can visit the Facebook or the YouTube video. This is the welcome message here. You can type your own in here. You can set that inside the admin section. Okay, and we'll go right into it. So we're going to click Order Now here. So this is the order page here. So this is where your customers can actually come in and start ordering your food, your desserts, drinks, or merchandise that you have set in your app. Okay, so this app is very powerful. It allows your customer to make order, and then that get passed on to you. So if you let's say you have a kitchen or you have a kitchen employees, each employee can also have their own unique login so that they can see what is order, what order is pending, which is completed, and you don't need to store any of this in your computer. This is cloud-based, so if you have a computer, or mainly most people just use their phone, you have internet access, you can access pretty much from anywhere in the world. And for business owners, if you're not at the business, your restaurant, or your food cart, you can manage and see what's being sold, what's being done, what kind of orders is your staff getting, are they completing their tasks, and etc. Get status update, generate reports as well on which item is the most popular item, your revenue, and etc. So it does a whole sort of business process, and you can run analysis on it, and just the report part gives you a lot of different analysis based on what you're selling, your profit margin, and etc. And it helps you make smart decisions. What kind of ingredients should you buy more of? So we'll go right into it. So this is what your customer will see here. Okay, so for example, I have different categories here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 categories here. You can have as many categories as you like, and within those categories, if I click on plate here, you'll see I have these items for sale inside my category. Now the application automatically adjusts the different types of categories, and I'll show you that later on in another training on how to set that up. Okay, so here I have some items, and let's just place a few orders for examples here. So I have these items here. I have small, medium, large, and the different prices here. Your customers can click on the image to see a bigger image here. And you see on this image here, I placed it some text here to tell what the customer will be getting. If they choose small, they'll be getting 4 egg rolls or spring rolls. Medium, they'll get 6. Large, they'll get 9. Okay, click here. Okay, so for example, the pork rib belly plate here, you can click that and you'll get a large image here. Okay, so you can, within the image here, when you're customizing your image, you can add text to it on top of your image. You will edit this on your own computer. Okay, and then you will upload that. Okay, and let's order a few things, a few more things here. We want some medium here, $6.50 there. We want a plate of egg rolls here, so let's place that order. Let's get a large one here. We get 9 pieces of egg rolls here. We ordered the large. Okay, let's minimize this here so we can see more. So here I chose 3 items. My total from this this category is 21 bucks. You can go back in here and make changes as well. Sandwiches, let's see, what kind of sandwich do we have here? We have Asian barbecue chicken sandwich, and there's only a medium, $6.75, which is a good price. Asian chicken cheese sandwich, and I made that mistake right here on purpose. I can show you how to edit that later on. Okay, let's order one of these here. Okay, and we don't have to minimize this. We could just scroll down to the next category here. Dessert. These are very yummy desserts here. Okay, take a look at that one. All right. We need something to drink, of course. So let's click here. We have sweet green tea. Okay. I'm just gonna stick to a Coke here. Okay. We'll get 2 Coke here. Okay. Right here, 2 medium Cokes, $5. Okay. And do we want any sauces? We're not gonna get any sauces here. Okay. So if you minimize these categories here, I'm gonna go back up here. I'm gonna minimize these categories here so I can show you an overview of it. Okay. So as you can see, when you minimize the categories here, it still shows you what you purchased from each category. So I selected 3 here, 1 here, and 2 here, and gives you the total. The total will be calculated down here with tax. You can customize the tax as well. So depending on where you're located, you can adjust this. So in this county here, our tax is $8.35%. Okay, and there's a tip option, which your customers can add that in and give you a little tip as well. Okay, now this is where the customer will put their info. Okay, so we're gonna put in. I'm gonna use Lily's name here, and then we're gonna put in a phone number 559. We'll just put in some gibberish here. Okay, we'll click on the CAPTCHA. So a lot of these things are to prevent spam on your ordering site. We're gonna place the order, confirm our phone number. So we'll put that in. I'm just gonna incorrectly put a different phone number. Okay, and it's gonna tell you double check that. Okay. Okay, confirm order. There we go. The order is set. So this is the customer's order number here. Okay, and it's really just the end here. This is the date that they order, and this is useful for later on when you're trying to search for a particular order. Okay, and it gives you them a rundown of their order here, and it gives them the total here, and they can show that to you when they pick up their order. Okay, so they can click got it. Okay, this will go back to the menu and it will clear the menu for the next order. Okay, now we're going to log into the admin side. Okay, so as the business owner or employees, you will click on this button here. You'll be asked to log in. Okay, and as the admin, you can set as many users as you like. So I'm just going to log in with my password here. Okay, if you log in successfully, you'll be into the admin dashboard. So this is the main section here. Okay, so within the admin's dashboard here, let me highlight that for you so you can see that. Okay, this is a live view. So when anybody places an order, for example, that order that we just placed, it gets put into the pending order section here, or list here. Okay, so currently we have 2 pending order. Okay, so Lily just ordered the pork belly, egg roll, Asian chicken cheese sandwich, and Coke drink. Okay, that's the total. So let's say she pays through Zelle or Cash App or etc. Okay, so she paid us, so we will mark here. So this is your status right here, your order status. So you click these buttons down here, it's going to show you the status here. Okay, you can undo that too by clicking it again. We'll click paid. Okay, so we prepare, we get the pork plate ready, egg roll, and etc. We're done. We notify the customer, and their phone number is there, of course, so we can send them an SMS. Okay. And then if and when they picked up the order, we could click pick up, and this here will be removed from the pending list, and it'll end up in the completed list down below here. So these are all the completed lists, and it's only going to show you the last 30 days. Okay, it doesn't disappear. It stays inside your database system. Okay, and inside your app, you can run reports, and you can pull all that back, and I'll go over that in a little bit here. Okay, so let's say here for this order here, Lily's order, she comes in, she picks it up. We can click pick up. Order completed. Okay, you'll notice we only have 1 pending order left. Okay, here's another order by Lily here. Okay, phone number, of course, the date and time that she ordered, the total, and this is for the back kitchen. Okay, so when your back kitchen staff they'll have this screen up here, and when they see that, oh, we have a new order here, pork belly plate, medium, they want 2 of that. Okay, spring roll plate, medium, they want 1 of those. So as we prepare that and we're complete with that, we could check it down here. Okay, so usually they require payments first, so they paid, we prepare it, and then we go down this list here, make sure we have everything done, and then we can say, oh, prepare done. Okay, if you make a mistake, you can just click it again and it'll disappear. Okay, customer notify, and let's say she comes in and she picks it up. Okay, complete it, gets pushed down to the completed list here. Okay, so let's say we'll look at one of those orders here. Okay, order at 7:17 here. You see when we click on picked up, it actually stamps the date and time there also. So this gives you a good idea of how long your staff is taking to make these orders here. So 7:17 to 7:20, it's about 3 minutes to make this complete order here, which is really quick. Okay, you can scroll down more to see more completed order. Okay, or you could cancel the order. So I'm gonna bring one of these back up. I'm gonna undo that, and it's gonna bring that back up to my pending list here. Okay, now let's say this customer placed an order, and they never paid for it. We prepared it, etc. Or maybe they never picked it up. We tried to contact them, they didn't pick up. So we could cancel the order by clicking on cancel order here. Okay, so when you cancel an order, it's gonna ask you. My screen's a little cut off up here, but it's gonna ask you here what's the cancel reason. You can say no response from customer. Okay, we'll click OK here. That will move it to the completed list also, but it's gonna be a little red border around it, and it's gonna tell you down here cancel at this time, and it's gonna remember that. So when you're viewing the orders and you come upon something like this is a cancel order, and you can see that the reason is the customer didn't respond to you, or they never paid. Okay, the status was never paid. Okay, now you can search those orders also. Okay, so pending and completed order. So let's search by, you can search an order number, or you can search by a name or a phone number. Okay, using this search bar here. Okay, so let's say we'll type in just Lily here. You see that there's 7 orders completed order for Lily. Lily here, let's see, this order was canceled. She was here also. June 19th, she made another purchase. June 18th, she made another purchase, and etc. So you can search for different things here. Okay, clear it, and you get your normal list back. Okay, let's look for another person. Let's just type in the word my here. Okay, and she has one order here. Okay, you can see here her name. She has one order here. You see these order numbers here. Okay, so this is the date. So if you want to search for a particular date here, let me copy that and put that in. Okay, I'm gonna paste that in here. Okay. You see that there's 9 orders. Okay, so that's why when you get that order number stamp, that date format right in front of the actual order number here, that's very important because it lets you filter that out later on. Okay, okay, let's clear that, and then we'll be back at our normal list here. Okay, so there's a lot of commands that you can run up here. Okay, you have the band command here. We'll click on that. Let's reload that. My website is my internet is a little bit slow. So what the ban site does is it allows you to ban phone numbers. Okay, so if there's a particular phone number that keeps on showing up, such as this or this is the list here. Okay, you can ban that particular phone number. You enter their phone number here, you click add, and it'll add them to the ban list. To remove them from the ban list, click on remove. Okay, you can search the ban list also. Okay. Go to the next option here. You have the menu here. So inside the menu here is where you will see all your menu items here. So if I scroll down the list here on the left side here, you see that I have 20 items here. Now there's a lot of things that you can do with this menu side here. You could customize them, you could reorder them, and you can also change prices, change names, and change the image also. Okay. So for example, that plate, that chicken plate here that was misspelled right here. You see this Asian chicken cheese that has an extra T at the end here. Okay, we're gonna edit that. We're gonna correct that. So to correct that, you click on the edit button here. Okay, if you want to remove this item completely from your list, you will click on the X below. Okay, so here we just want to modify that. You can click on the picture here to see the larger image that is associated with. Okay, so we made that misspelling here. We want to correct that. Okay, so let's edit it. When you click on edit, it's going to bring that item's info over to this box here. Okay, and you can see it has a few boxes here. This is the item name here. So we're going to delete that T there. That's the correct spelling. It's going to use this image file here. Okay, and we'll touch on how to upload images up to your your shopping cart here in another training video here. Okay, and you can add different prices for small, medium, or large. So for this particular sandwich here, we only have a large price. Okay, we click on update or cancel. We'll click on update item, and you can see that it fixes that spelling. Okay, now it's very important that you don't change these names here. Once you set these names, the database stamps it as a particular item. So once you start making changes to these names, you will create a new item, okay, which it will overtake this particular item. But when you run your reports, it's going to show that that particular item is different from all the other ones. Okay, so just be aware of that. We can add a new item also using this. Okay, so if I don't click on edit, we can actually add a new item here. Okay, so let's add a new item right now. Okay, so let's say here I'm gonna go down to my folder. Okay, so let me knock this off here. Let me see if I can pull up my folder here. Oh, I don't have it open. Okay, we'll skip that part. We'll come back to that. If I scroll down a little bit down here, you can see I can set the tax here, the sales tax. Okay, so you can change it to whatever you like based on your county or your jurisdiction. We're just going to leave it at that. Okay. Click on update tax rate. Okay. Now, a lot of the time you would click on log out, but for this training here, I'm not going to click on log out. I'm just going to close out of it. Okay. So that was the menu section. The report section is here. Okay. Here, I'm going to just generate a report here. Okay. You could pick the start date and end date. Okay. So this is usually just set to 30 days. You can go back a year or as far as you like. Okay. So once you click on run report, it's going to run this report. And you just cut all your pending orders here. So we don't have any pending orders right now. We have a lot of completed orders here. We have a total of 39 completed orders. Items sold 335 based on those date queries up there. Total revenue, including tax and tips. Okay. Order by date shows you all the dates that it pulled, the revenue. It gives you a chart here also, the busiest day. Okay. Item count. So if you put your cursor on the top, tippy top here, it'll show you on 6/15, we sold 152 items. Okay, and so forth. 94 here. Okay, so this chart here just gives you a visual view of what's your busiest day. Okay. The next chart here will show you the revenue by the day. Okay, that's your revenue, and that's your revenue there. Okay. The next list here, the most popular item. So based on all our item here, which is the most popular item, which sold the most? Okay, and it is this one right here. It's the Hmong Nava dessert. Okay. So 40 of those within that time frame, and it breaks it down to the medium, large, and small. Okay, so the medium sold the most. Okay, so when you're looking at these data here, it gives you a visualization of it, and it helps you make smart decision. Okay, if a lot of people are buying this particular dessert here, we should order more supplies to make this particular product here. So when you look down this list here, what is the least? The least is the egg roll plate. We only have one purchase of that. Okay, not very popular. Okay, let's go down the list here. Top earning item. Okay, now the most popular item doesn't necessarily make you the most money. Okay, so the top earning item is not the Nava. It's actually the classic faux. Okay, we earned $325 out of that. The most popular was just the small one. Okay, and then the large, and then the medium. Okay, you can see the price totals there as well. Okay, what is the second one? Is the banh mi sandwich. The third one is the Nava dessert. Okay, so it gives you an idea of what is the most popular item and which one's your top earner. Okay. Let's go down more. It gives you some more down here. Okay, cancel orders here. We had 2 cancel order within that time frame that we query for. And since they didn't pick it up and we had to throw it out, we lost 8 items here. And you get the chart here. Okay, so it gives you an idea of when you're losing a lot of items here. Okay, the dates, cancel, what type of order. For cancel is the Thai papaya salad. Okay, lost 2 of those. Pork belly plate. Okay, so that is the report section there, and it helps you make intelligent decisions when you run the analysis. So let's close out of that. The next option here is the user's account. Okay, so if I click on this here, I'm going to open up the user's account. Okay. Here, you could create new users. So if you have a new employee, you could come here, you could put their email address here, you can assign them a password, confirm it, and create that user. Below that, if you want to change that user's password, you must log in as that user. Then you could reassign that password here. Okay, update. This is a list of our registered users. Now this list won't show you the admin account. So this is the admin account here, okay? And it won't be listed. It'll only show you all the other users and the created date as well. Okay. So for example, if you have an employee that left, okay, you would log in as them, change their password. Okay, you're not allowed to delete any users. Okay, we're gonna close out of that. Then we're gonna go to the next option here, the configuration here. Now the configuration allows you to change a whole lot of stuff in your app here. This is the site name here. You'll see that that's the business name. You change that, it's gonna change everything here on your order and your main site. Okay. Your email here, you change that. Let me go back to my landing page here. Okay, that's gonna change that email here. Okay, that email button on the front there. Your address and phone number, you change that. That's gonna change your address and phone number here. And let me go to the order page here and here. So if your business moved, or you had you have a new phone number, you want to update it, you would go into the site configuration. Okay. Facebook link here. If you had started a new Facebook link, go back to my front page here. You could change the link, then it'll affect this icon here. Okay, so it allows you to customize that. YouTube link here. Change that icon there in the front of your landing page. This is your welcome message here. Okay, so you can type a bunch of stuff here. So for example, I have a bunch of stuff here. That's on your landing page right here. You customize a message there. So for example, let me highlight that. I'm going to delete that there. Okay, I'm going to say on my landing page, I'm going to say special sales, 50% off all orders. Okay, call us now. Okay, we'll save changes here. Go to our main landing page. You hit the refresh button, you'll see right there. Okay, so you could customize certain things on the application there. Okay, let's exit out of that here. Okay, so that was the configuration. The help menu here. The help menu here will have these buttons here. So if you want to learn about the application, and these are all YouTube video here, so you can click on any of this and it's going to open up YouTube and it's going to go directly to that video, and it will explain what each of these topic are. Okay, gonna close out of that. Okay, so that's the application, and there's a lot of things that you can do on it. It helps you manage all your orders neatly, and your kitchen can actually see it. They can actually just use it right off their phone, or if you want them to use a computer or a tablet, you know, they can log in with their user account, and they can see as the order comes in, they will automatically populate here, and they'll know that, oh, we have a pending order here. Okay, you on the other hand, as the manager or the owner, you don't need to be there. You could be somebody else, somewhere else. You can see the updates here as well. Okay, so let's place one more order here. Okay, so let's order a sandwich here. We want some banh mi sandwich here. Let me get 2 of those. Okay, and desserts. Get 2 of those little cakes there, and gonna need something to drink too. So let me get 1 of these here. Yeah, that looks real good. Get a large, $5 large one here. Okay, my total is here. Tip is here. I'm gonna tip $2. Okay, and we're gonna go down here. We're gonna put in our name. So I'll put in my name there. I'll put in my phone number. Okay, well, we're just gonna use some gibberish here. Not a robot. Okay, place the order. Okay, retype that phone number in. I think I used it, this one. Confirm. That's my order. Okay, got it. The back kitchen, this is what they would see here. Okay, remember, this is a live view here. Okay, So it's always looking for new orders. So as that order comes in, it's going to automatically populate here. And you can see it pop up instantly here. Okay, so we see that up. This person placed an order. They want a large sandwich. They want 2 of those. So we'll make 2 of those. And what else do they want? They want cake, Asian cake dessert. How many? They want 2 of those. And they want 1 of these drinks here, a large 1 of those. Okay, so they pay you by Venmo or Cash App, or they want to come in and pay you. That's fine. We'll charge them when they come in. Okay, so let's say they pay us through Cash App, or let's say PayPal. We'll mark paid. We're done preparing it. We notify the customer. You can send them an SMS message. It's up to you. Okay, and pick up. And he comes in and he picks it up, and we mark it pick up. And order is completed. Okay, it gets moved down here to our completed list. Okay, so very simple layout, extremely useful, and that is really it for the basics of using it. So there's other features of uploading pictures. I will cover that in another training. Don't want to make this too long. So hope you enjoyed the training, and we'll see you here in the next one, okay? Have a great day.